Hi, this is Dr. Singer Reddy from Empower Psychiatry and Sleep. Being in green spaces or forests or parks has benefits in terms of improvements in mental health. In fact, there have been several studies which were done in the past more than 10 years looking at this particular question. There are at least a couple of meta-analyses which primarily take several previously published studies and reanalyze the data. One such meta-analysis published in 2022 looked at more than 800 previously published studies pertaining to this question and narrowed it down to 6 studies which were very well done and randomized as well as controlled, and then re-examined the data pertaining to those 6 studies. In these studies, the researchers found that being in forests or green spaces improve mental health in general. And then they looked at several variables pertaining to depression and anxiety, and they found that several of these variables were significantly better in individuals who regularly were in forests or in green spaces. Considering this data, there is enough evidence or substantial evidence at this point to indicate that being regularly in green spaces or forests, such as with activities like simply sitting, walking, running, has definite mental health benefits. Taking these aspects in consideration, I would strongly encourage to regularly be in green spaces such as parks, forests, or other areas where there are substantial number of trees, shrubs, and so forth. Although we still do not know the several physiological mechanisms that may be leading to these benefits, there is anecdotal evidence pointing it that being in green spaces seem to relax both the autonomic nervous system as well as central nervous system, which in turn do improve both physiological relaxation as well as psychological relaxation. These things add on to the data that has been published in this area. Taking these aspects, there are probably some specific activities which could likely add on to this benefit of being in green spaces, and this would be being mindful when you're in green spaces. By that I mean being here and now, trying to bring your thought to here and now, not letting your thought wander off. One mechanism that you could use or method that you could use is to try to bring your attention to the sounds that you hear while you are in green spaces, such as the sounds of leaves, breeze, birds, footsteps, and so forth. Also, maybe looking at leaves, looking at the gravel, looking at the twigs, and so forth. If you're walking, maybe keep your vision at a distance, relax your eyes, relax your body, and walk as comfortable as you can be while walking. This act of being mindful could definitely add on to the benefits that you would otherwise get in green spaces. Other likely benefit that is speculated by being in green spaces is the benefits of daylight or sunlight itself. In fact, when you're in green spaces like forests and parks, the amount of sunlight that actually hits your body is probably more than 1.5 times than otherwise, since there is a significant amount of light that is reflected from the green leaves in the forests or parks. All these aspects leads to mental health benefits, but there is also substantial data indicating that they could have physical health benefits as well. Considering all these aspects, I strongly encourage for one to be regularly using green spaces depending upon what kind of things are accessible to you. Considering the geographic location as well as specific parts of the city, you may or may not have such areas accessible to you. But if there is a possibility of having a park nearby or hiking trails nearby, I would strongly encourage for you to consider to use them on a regular basis. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Singarveddy from Empower Psychiatry and Sleep.